Well, hello everybody. I made it to Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's a beautiful state. Beautiful. Looks just a lot like Alberta in the plains and the trees. It's like a combination of farmland, mid Alberta, going up north to Edmonton, where you get that feel of, I guess, the North Saskatchewan River, the trees mixed in with farmland just crank up the temperature. I mean, it's hot, and these temperatures are actually lower. I'm very lucky, even though to me it's a lot hotter usually. So at this time of year here, so I'm about 9 degrees Fahrenheit less. So we're looking at from upwards of 40 down to 33 right now, and I guess it's after 5. So I'm just hanging out in the hotel room. I need a break from the heat. It's immense to me anyway. You probably get used to it if you're here a number of weeks. Like I was starting to get used to Kentucky. Kentucky and Tennessee are very similar in landscape and that rocky and that vegetation, whereas Arkansas, it's already, you see it's more farmland everywhere, lots of vegetation, just like Tennessee and Kentucky. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Fast driving, it's only gotten faster the more I come down from the north, from Michigan onward down state after state. It's only gotten faster. And in fact, 75, where you're upwards of 85 mile an hour here on the highways, even their secondaries, they may not call them that. I'm not even sure. I know they just federal and state highways, but from Canada we call them primary or secondary, where you get your primary 1 digit highways, and then there's 2 to 3 digit highways. So Arkansas, they're up at 75 mile an hour on their secondaries. So, for people to understand, to go with the flow of traffic, you're at 130 kilometer an hour generally minimum. So it was kind of like, oh, that's a myth bust. I didn't know that. Interesting. So the people are so funny here. There's a good sense of humor already. And when I checked in the hotel, you got the people running it, and one lady and 2 gentlemen, and they're already funny, like the maintenance guys or whatever. I'm not even sure, but they're super funny. They're always saying, "Hey, you want to go here, do this?" I'm like, "Oh, that's bad, Davey. Go do that." But it's pretty funny. They got everything here. My kind of people. It's that rural touch, and it's really friendly, very friendly. So I like that. It's a nice community, it looks like. And yeah. I wanted to answer some questions before I sign off here. So internet's really bad for me on my service provider, Canadian. I know I have Canadian friends. When they do big trips to the US, they actually have phones for the US, and they just pay as you go them, and they have they're registered in the US. So I should really look at that in the future, because it's really upsetting. This is the worst internet I've had. So if I don't have Wi-Fi, generally most of my posts don't make it to any of you. I've done a number of lives that just, it'll go and then they're crapped out, and it's like it's not even posted. Do pictures, I had to upload a bunch of stuff that I posted, couldn't be posted, and that's Bell Canada. So and I'm paying considerably more each day, and of course you get gig restrictions, but even the services they provide are nearly non-existent. Very pathetic, and I don't know if that's just because of what's going on with Canada and US. I don't know, but it's a real shame. It's expensive. It's a rip-off, right? And it does upset me, but what are you going to do? I'm still enjoying my trip. I'll be going up through what are called the Indian states, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave just one out, Oklahoma, because next time I go back through now, I'm going to get a bunch of states I want to do when I go back east at some point. I'm sure I will. But I'm going up through what are known as the Indian states of U.S. There's going to be 3 more, so I'm at Am I 34 or 35 now with this one? Pretty sure 33, 34, 35. I've hit 30, 35 state that I've done now. So I'll go up and I'll be at 6. I got a project for all of you to do there, and then I'll shoot over and get some of the West. Have to be back by Saturday, so I do have to speed things up a little bit. I don't really want to. I'm enjoying my trip. Memphis. Memphis is awesome. Price is way down there too. So, unfortunately, it was traffic flow issues. I got delayed a little over an hour. A lot of construction stuff. Nobody's fault, and of course, it's the work week. I should have compensated for that. I did get to do Nashville for Johnny Cash, which I love, and look, I got a whole bunch of t-shirts. You know, I love my t-shirts. So I got 2 Johnny Cash treasured t-shirts for myself. This one I really like. Then I went over to Memphis. Now, I couldn't do any of it Graceland because it closes at 4, and I got there literally 5 to 4. Security was super nice. Gas is 20 cents a gallon cheaper in Memphis than Nashville, so that was a huge in-state difference. I didn't see again any of those taxes I experienced in Nashville, non-existent in Memphis. So people looking at that, I think Memphis is really good. I just saw with the gas prices, it's like, how can there be such a deviation? So something's going on in Nashville at that local municipal level. And like I said, I posted receipts to show everybody. I'm not saying Nashville's bad. It's just, you know, and some people are saying, oh, there's a lot of Democrats. I know the state's Republican, but I think Nashville's heavily Democrat. It might just be bad luck of establishments I went to and who the bands were, right? And maybe that's, you know, and I don't know the bands. I love the music, I love the blues, but it might have been largely Democrat audience because, you know, they said, oh, who's from Canada? And I went, I'm from Canada. And then I was getting kind of bombarded with a lot of what I'd say woke Democrats, and I didn't enjoy any of it. And at one point I had to say, I said, listen, I don't want to talk politics here. And that's for me to say that, just because it was annoying me and making me upset. But everything else has been great, and I think it will be great. This is really cool here. Oh, I see you, Angie. Let's get some breakfast in the morning before you leave town. Yeah, or if you want, I'll message you right after this live. We'll see. I'm just going to let the heat calm down a little bit. Like, I am burnt, everybody, real bad. I got like the, you know, chicken white legs, and then I got burnt arm, burnt face, burnt everything. So I'm just going to get a break from the sun for a little bit. It's awesome, and it's not even that bad. And then, Angie, yeah, if you want it, we could do breakfast, or even tonight, because I'm going to go to that, these guys are telling me to go to, I think it's called Hijinks, so it looks good. But you have a lovely state, Angie. It's just awesome. Yeah, Memphis was wicked, too. I would have probably liked to do more there, but it's the idea of doing another day, and I have 3 other what are the Indian states to do, and then I'm going to be showing, it's kind of top secret for me. I'm doing something that no American or American Indian has done, and I want to get into that, but that's a couple days out, and then I got to get back home for my kids, which I'm excited about. But it'll be good. I'll have done 6 new states, right? I think I'll finish. This was 35 is Arkansas, and that'll be 36, 37, and 38, I believe. Yeah, I'll finish at 38. And then, we'll go from there. I'm not going to say too much more, and I'll head out west because I do want to do California. I have a major project to do there. So time is everything, and I gotta watch my time. I've been enjoying it, but here it is already Monday. Where does the time go when you're having fun? And people are asking me, what state would I like to live in so far? Kentucky's right up there. It's right up there. But you need to put in more time. You need to put in more time and stuff. I think Tennessee is a lot like Kentucky, but I don't know. I really got a heads up on a nice Republican area too. And then I drove off the beaten path. I took one, I don't know, again, if they call them secondaries, but a triple numbered highway, a state highway, and I went through a lot of what are Republican communities in Kentucky, a nice little run there, and I really enjoyed all that. But now Arkansas is really interesting too. The people here are very kind, very funny. They got my sense of humor. I know I don't showcase that a whole lot. Some people get it who know me really well and see me with some of my humorous stuff. But my kind of sense of humor is definitely right here. I really liked the community of Kentucky and some of those areas. Now, if I did more exploring in Arkansas, I'd have to do that in these other states. I'd have to do that. But I can't really pick right now. But, Kentucky's right up there from everything I've done in the States. I'm surprised with Detroit. I really like that too. Everything you're told isn't how it is when you come here. Maybe years ago things were a certain way, but over time things change. Like down south, you got to move your butt. Like you got to drive fast. Like Arkansas, you got to drive quick, man. I'm on those sides. I'm like, holy, I'm maxing out Little Maria, really good, right? And it's good, but everybody's super nice here so far. Here's another thing for Canadians that doesn't affect Americans, but be wise. Don't use what would be the word, like third party ATMs, like and everybody's kind here, but they're like, hey, go to this ATM, there's no fees on it. Now that's true for Americans, but there's conversion rates on top of that for Canadians. Canadians, when you go into any state generally, go find a bank. Go find a bank and you can use their ATM and you'll get the lowest conversion rates all through. Even in Detroit, I did it. Definitely did it in Kentucky. Kentucky was awesome, and that was a state bank there. And I just went through their ATM. Very low rates. Other than that, third parties that are free for Americans charge massive to Canadians. It's a live and learn. And I kind of knew this from before, but I screwed up today because you're tired, right? And I got into town, and probably banks are closed, but probably the ATM of the bank would be open, and I should have done that. I should always know better, but you're just tired. You want to get cooled down. But do that. Americans, meanwhile, they're trying to help you, but it doesn't work like that because we're Canadian. We're not in your district banking system. So deals you have with third-party groups, institutions that are not American will really fry Canadians. So good to America, bad for Canada. So if you're Canadian, use the American banks, state banks of America, or federal. Doesn't matter. I haven't seen anything really harmful outside of that, but when you go to third parties, you get smashed. So I don't know. It's not enough yet to pick so far. I'd have to go through more and realize for me it's about where I feel community for myself, and also I like the cheaper living, right? What would suit me being Canadian, not being a wealthy guy, just your average Joe. And so far, for everything I've seen, Kentucky and maybe Arkansas too. I don't know. I'd have to do more in Arkansas, but we'll see. So I hope I've answered everybody's questions. I think there was more there, but I guess I'm tired. It's not coming to mind, and I'm just gonna probably have a little teeny nap. And what's this? Hoochie Coochie here in Arkansas. It is. It was funny they're calling it hamburger butt. That's the guy here. And your accents here, Angie. It's I love it. To me, I find it's very cute. It's funny. I don't know if that's the right word to use it, but it's funny. And everybody's so polite, especially as you get down south. And I'm just saying for Canadian men, I could see, because I kind of feel it too. You almost feel like some of these American women are hitting on you. They're probably not, but you take it that way because the way they talk to you extremely nice. It almost feels like, oh, she has a crush on me or something, right? It's just that's how I take it, but I know it's not the way. But it's just so polite, so friendly that you almost feel like they're hitting on you, but they're not. So be careful, right? It's just hospitality, probably etiquette, right? And it's in the South. So don't think like, oh, she's trying to pick me up. I mean, if you want to try and pick her up, go for it. But just realize that they're just being nice. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's it for updates for now. And I'm probably going to lay down for a little bit. And Angie, I'll message you, or we can message after this. If you guys are up to anything tonight, I don't know. But let me know. Okay. All right. Bye now, everybody. Have fun.